Tonight on Bridge City News, a massive traffic pileup on the Pennsylvania Turnpike has killed 5 people and injured 60 others. Iran continues a 3-day mourning period after the death of General Qasem Soleimani as U.S. President Donald Trump threatens Iran with attacks on 52 sites if Tehran retaliates for the U.S. airstrike. And Canada finally returns to World Junior Hockey Championship glory with a victory over Russia.
Your nation, your province, your southern Alberta. From the heart of Lethbridge, it's Bridge City News with Paul Arthur.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Dozens of wildfires are still burning out of control across Australia, but cooler temperatures and lighter winds on Saturday have provided a bit of relief for some flame-threatened communities. For the first time in Australia's history, about 3,000 reservists have been called up to support firefighters struggling to contain the deadly blazes. The death toll currently stands at 24, with about 2,000 homes destroyed and millions of hectares of land torched. Meanwhile, another team of Alberta wildfire specialists jumped on a plane to travel to Australia yesterday to assist with the firefighting efforts. This is the 4th deployment from Canada, with yet another group scheduled to leave from Alberta tomorrow. Commercial and residential property owners in Lethbridge will be receiving their property assessment notices in the mail this week. The assessments are used to determine how much your property will be taxed this year. If you don't receive your notice by January 13th, the city advises to call 311. Property owners have 60 days to file an appeal if they are not satisfied with their assessment. It seems hard to believe, but this week, Parks Canada will be starting to take reservations for campsites over the summer, beginning in Alberta, with Jasper National Park taking bookings on Tuesday. Waterton Lakes National Park will open its reservations this Wednesday, with their operating season starting April 10th. However, the reservable period won't begin until May 8th. And east of Medicine Hat, Grasslands National Park will take online reservations as of this Thursday. It has been a violent weekend in Calgary. One man is dead and another remains in life-threatening condition after a shooting last night in the city's northeast. Calgary police were again called out early this morning to investigate a suspicious death in the downtown area. And a few hours later, officers responded to reports of a death at Fish Creek Park. When they arrived on scene, they discovered the body engulfed in flames. Authorities are now trying to determine whether the death was criminal in nature or if the individual committed suicide. Commuters in Windsor don't have to worry about a transit strike tomorrow. The city's transit provider and the union representing its employees say they have reached a tentative labor deal early Saturday morning. The deal between Transit Windsor and the Amalgamated Transit Union Local 616 heads off a strike that was set to halt all city buses starting Monday. The tentative agreement still has to be presented to City Council and ratified by union members. A Nunavut man who was mauled to death in 2018 while protecting his kids from a polar bear attack has been awarded a posthumous Star of Courage by Canada's Governor-General. Aaron Gibbons is among 30 Canadians awarded bravery decorations by Julie Payette on behalf of the Queen. 29 people were also awarded the Medal of Bravery, and another 36 Canadians received meritorious service decorations. A slow-moving winter storm has descended on Nova Scotia and eastern Newfoundland. Environment Canada says the snow over Nova Scotia is expected to become heavier through the day before tapering to flurries late this evening. The storm is expected to dump up to 40 centimeters of snow on parts of eastern Newfoundland as it moves north, and peak wind gusts could reach 100 kilometers per hour overnight. The heaviest snow is expected over the northeastern tip of the Avalon Peninsula. Officials say 5 people have been killed in a massive crash on the Pennsylvania Turnpike early this morning. Another 60 people are hospitalized with injuries. Officials say the crash happened when a passenger bus lost control on a downhill curve, which caused 3 semi-trucks to pile up, followed by passenger vehicles. The crash closed the turnpike for a 140-kilometer stretch. A spokesperson for a local hospital says they've received victims ranging in age from 7 to 52 years old. Harvey Weinstein's criminal sexual assault trial is set to begin on Monday, and 2 of the women accusing him of sexual misconduct are getting ready for it. Rose McGowan has accused Weinstein of rape and says she doesn't intend to watch the trial in person because the pain would be too great. But Rosanna Arquette, who has accused Weinstein of derailing her career after she spurned his advances, says she plans to be there to support fellow accusers of the disgraced movie mogul. Weinstein has denied allegations of sexual assault and harassment. The flag-draped casket of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani was carried off a plane in southwestern Iran by mourners, with tens of thousands of mourners lining the streets of Avaz for his funeral procession. It comes as U.S. President Donald Trump threatened Iran with attacks on 52 sites if Tehran retaliates for the U.S. airstrike that killed Soleimani. It is unclear how or when Iran may respond, but any retaliation will likely come after a 3-day period of mourning declared in both Iran and Iraq. Iraq's parliament has voted to expel the U.S. military from the country. Lawmakers voted today in favor of a resolution that calls for ending foreign military presence. However, the resolution is not binding on the government, and the vote was boycotted by both Kurdish and Sunni representatives. The U.S.-led coalition in Iraq says its focus will now be on protecting U.S. personnel and bases, and it is suspending training for Iraqi forces. Meanwhile, Canada's Defense Minister Harjit Sajjan says it was necessary to also suspend a Canadian-led NATO training mission for the safety of those involved. Italian authorities say 6 people are dead and 11 are injured after a drunk driver plowed into young German tourists in northern Italy. The deadly crash occurred near Bolzano shortly after 1 a.m. as the Germans were gathering to board their bus. The Lutago Volunteer Fire Service says 4 of the injured are in critical condition. Police say the driver was a local. He was arrested on suspicion of manslaughter and is being treated in hospital. Local authorities say the mysterious illness that has infected dozens of people in the central Chinese city of Wuhan is not SARS. Fears of a SARS recurrence arose this month after a slate of patients were hospitalized with an unexplained viral pneumonia in the capital of Hubei province. Health officials say 59 people have been diagnosed with the unknown condition and have been isolated while they receive treatment. 7 are in critical condition. As the devastating wildfires continue to burn in several Australian states, Samaritan's Purse is continuing to assist those trying to recover and piece their lives back together.
Probably one of those things that you won't really notice or not really be able to put into words until after it's all over.
And once the fire started approaching the house, it was like we thought we were gone. We honestly thought we were gone. He's driving down the driveway and the car down the bottom of the driveway blew up. Sorry. And I thought my husband had perished in the fire with that car blowing up. I thought it was our car that blew up.
They got nothing at all, and it just really had an effect on me. You know, go home and you turn the tap on and you think, well, you know, I've got running water, and then you think, well, I've actually got a house, you know.
Sometimes when we do even the smallest job for them, it seems to make a big impact. The consistent comments that we get back, even when we've done a very small job, is they say, wow, I feel a little more in control now. And they say, wow, I think I can see my way forward now.
Until just recently, we just had no idea where to start. Like trees, fences. Well, there's no words that can describe the gratitude and the comfort of knowing that, you know, we don't have to do this on our own. That, you know, this is the start for us. And now that this is done, we can sort of start seeing a bit of light that will encourage us to keep going.
Well, what a game it was in the finals at the World Junior Hockey Championships in the Czech Republic today, with Canada taking home the gold medal. After losing 6-0 to Russia earlier in the tournament, Canada made a thrilling comeback, trailing 3-1 in the third period. The Canadians scored 3 straight unanswered goals to triumph by a 4-3 score. The bronze medal went to Sweden after they defeated Finland 3-2. Recapping one of our top news stories, a massive traffic pileup on the Pennsylvania Turnpike has killed 5 people and injured 60 others after a passenger bus lost control on a downhill curve, which caused 3 semi-trucks to pile up, followed by passenger vehicles. And a look at weekend weather, partly cloudy overnight with a 30% chance of flurries and a low of -4. Tomorrow we can expect a mix of sun and cloud with a west wind gusting from 20 to 40 and a high near 0. Depression and anxiety are common struggles in today's society. Hal Roberts sat down with best-selling author and psychologist Dr. Greg Jantz to look at ways to deal with these challenges. That is coming right up. But first, here's a look at what's happening in and around your community.
Here's your Bridge City News Community Calendar. Blankets for Canada Lethbridge meets Thursdays from 10 a.m. to noon at Southminster United Church. Share your knitting and crocheting skills to keep those who are in need in our community warm. Donations of yarn and financial gifts are greatly appreciated and can be dropped off at the church. For more information, visit blanketsforcanada.ca or call 403-329-6586. Do you or someone you love have a gambling problem? Is it causing chaos in your life and relationships? Gamblers Anonymous holds weekly meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 408 13th Street North. For more information and meeting times, call 403-331-0822. And that's your Bridge City News Community Calendar.